Hey guys! So today's video is going to be my review and testing out and first impressions of the new Fenty Beauty cream products. So I received these in PR and these are the cream bronzers. I got 3 of these and then I got 10, I think, of these colors. These are the cream blushes. Now, size comparison wise, this is the normal size Fenty Compact. This is the new cream blushes, and a big thing I've heard is like, man, they're small. When I use them today, I'll kind of see how much I use and how, if I think possibly, I mean, I'm probably not going to be that accurate because I've only tried it once, but if it is going to possibly last you a while, I feel like you're not going to use a ton of these products, but you never know. These products are highly anticipated by myself included. I really, really like Fenty's bronzers, the normal bronzers that they have. I actually just hit pan on one of them, the Shady Biz, which I use all the time. For a YouTuber to hit pan on a product is like so rare, at least for me, because that means I really, really get a lot of use out of it. I really, really like the bronzers from Fenty. In fact, I like a lot of products from Fenty. I think they're a really good brand. There are some products that are a miss for me, some that are a hit, and you know, it's just, that's kind of every brand. Not everything is always going to be perfectly amazing and good, but I really like a lot from the brand. And so when they announced that they were coming out with cream products, I was so excited. Cream products, I feel like, are vastly under launched. I feel like a lot more powder products make it to the market than cream. And I think that's because a lot of people are lacking confidence in using them and they're just not as popular. People tend to a lot of times prefer to work with powder products. I like them too. But a cream product every now and again is beautiful. Hourglass came out with a palette, which was the Illume Sheer Trio, I think is what it was called. And it was like a few years ago. And I remember when I got that, I've used the shit out of it. It's a really, really beautiful product. And it's all creams, cream blush, bronzer, highlight. The problem with that is it didn't come in any shades basically. And it was lacking massive inclusivity, but the product itself was very beautiful. Samantha Ravndal, is one of the main people that got me into liking cream products. They are just so different from working with powder. I feel like at times they can look a lot more natural. They can blend a lot more seamlessly, but sometimes they are more finicky to work with. You can use a brush, you can use a sponge, you can use your fingers. It's kind of one of those more effortless products that I feel like are geared more towards people that are looking for more of that like natural, soft, really blended look. So today I'm going to be giving them a try. I'm going to be trying out at least probably one of the bronzers. I'm going to maybe try 2 of them if I can, and then a blush or 2 and seeing, and I'll try to swatch everything for you. So I started filming this video the other day, maybe 4 days ago, and I stopped because when I opened each package, I'm going to insert some footage here, but I was noticing that there are little fibers within a lot of my products. I have deduced that that is the paper packaging that it was sent in. Fenty sends their products in like this kind of shredded black paper packaging, and it looks like, because these are cream products, those little fibers that come off of the paper made their way into the product and then are sitting on the surface of the cream products as well. I also noticed that quite a lot of my products have the like little beading and sweating that you can see here. It looks gross, I'm not gonna lie. Like when you first look at it, it just doesn't look right. I have definitely received products in the past that have this same sort of look to them. It's unappealing looking, but from what I understand, if a product gets too warm or the product starts kind of breaking down, or like the ingredient starts to sweat through some of the oilier ingredients in the product through to the surface, and it can bead up and kind of cause sweating. I've seen this before in products. I've had lipsticks that have sweat before. It doesn't seem to compromise the product at all. It can be just kind of icky looking when you see it. So I tweeted out when I first got this and I was like, hey, has anyone noticed these problems? This is before I realized that it was probably the paper packaging. And I had some people say yes, some people say no. A lot of people though did say that they are having the sweating issue. So that's not really isolated to me. The little black fuzzies seem to totally be from the packaging though. I didn't want to jump to too many conclusions, especially from a brand like Fenty, who has been very consistently putting out really high quality products since day one. I merely was asking on Twitter to see if anyone else had had any similar experiences to me, so I could see if this was a widespread issue during my review or if this was a one-off. And it seems to be that the little black fibers are kind of a one-off for me. Maybe like 2 other people have experienced it. Same with the black packaging though. So, hi, Editing Christy here. So I wanted to let you guys know that Fenty actually, as soon as I got done filming this video that you guys are watching, Fenty actually DM'd me on Twitter and said, hey boo, we saw your tweet about the cream blush and bronzer, and thank you so much for flagging. Our blushes and bronzers are made with blended oils, so what you're seeing is sweating, which is 100% normal. The formula is just adjusting to different temperatures. It's still perfectly safe to use as is. As far as the lint, we have not seen this issue during trials and have forwarded this to our team. If you don't feel comfortable using the items, we'd be more than happy to replace them for you. Really good customer service, I didn't even reach out to them. They reached out to me by just seeing my tweets. That's really nice. And I let them know that I had already used them and I had no issues, and I appreciated them reaching out. So Paper and Sweaty. It's the name of my new band. I have an AirPod in and it reads me my texts when I receive them. Dada home just sent you a heart emoji. It's my dad. Why did you read it to me? So here are all of the blushes. I am going to open them up and show you the different colors that we've got. This first one here is called Fuego Flush, and this is the color. It is this nice orangey. Do a little swatch. Oh, okay. That one is sort of more sheer, and it does look like it has a bit of some sort of a metallic finish in there, maybe? Yeah, it does look a little bit metallic. Rose Latte. Petal Poppin'. Ooh, that's a beautiful color. I really, really like this one. Oh yeah, that's right up my alley of what I like when it comes to a blush. Drama Class with $2. By the way, these little cuts, I was tromping through blackberry bushes. That's Drama Class. They're kind of sheer, so I did a little bit of an extra swatch on that one, but that's good. I think for my blushes, I would want them to be a little more sheer. So this is one with like the little spots on it. This is Summertime Wine. Ooh, that's pretty. Crush on Cupid. That's pretty too. Whoa. Bikini Martini. Cool Berry. Strawberry Drip. Wow, right over that. Beautiful. It's one of my sweatiest. And this one is Daiquiri Dip. Wow. So here are all of the blushes next to each other, and I think they're pretty. I think the one that I like the most is Petal Poppin', I think is what it's called. That one is absolutely stunning, so that's one I'm going to be trying today. But these are really pretty, and I feel like they would suit a variety of skin tones because you've got a lot of different depth here as well. So yeah. Are they gone? Gone enough. Bronzer-wise, we've got this one here, which is Macchiato. Oh, this one's a lot more cool toned. This one has like the little, I don't know if you can see them, like the little dots all over it. This is one called Amber. This one's a lot more cool toned, like grayish. This one is Butter Biscuit. I think this is gonna be one I try today. All right. So the Fenty Cream Bronzer is $32 and it comes in 7 shades. It looks like I was sent Amber, which is the lightest, coolest contour shade, Butter Biscuit, which is the second shade, and Macchiato, which is the third. So they sent me the 3 lightest. The blush, I was sent all the shades. Those are $20. And ooh, that's a little bit pricey for how small this is. It is a very, very, very small compact. I don't know, again, how much of this realistically you're gonna use, but if it's something that you're gonna get a lot of use out of, I feel like it would go pretty fast. If you can see compared to the normal size compact, it's very, very small. It's almost like a mini. So that is something to keep in mind. $20, kind of hefty. Same with these being like 30 bucks a piece. Pretty spendy. Although I'm not opposed to it if it's something that you're going to use every day. You just kind of have to gauge if that's going to be good enough for you size-wise and for that price. But for me, I wouldn't be happy to spend that much. So I think Butter Biscuit is one that I'm going to go in with because this is like sort of in between a cool and a warm. All right, I'm going to use my ColourPop sponge. I used this to put my foundation on today. It is clean other than that, but I'm going to use the other side. And I'm going to try one side with a sponge. If it doesn't work well, I'm going to try a brush on the other. I'm going to put it directly onto the sponge here, which is how I would probably typically want to use it. And I don't have any powder on my face right now. I only have foundation, concealer, and I let it dry down naturally. And I use the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation and the ColourPop No Filter Concealer. All right, let's see here. Oh, it's blending really, really nicely. That color is very soft. It's not overkill. Ooh, okay, that's really pretty. Let's put it up on my forehead and see how that works. It doesn't feel like overly greasy or anything. It does have a bit of a satiny, kind of shiny finish to it, but maybe we'll see if it dries down. Ooh, I feel like this color is really nice on me. It's not too orangey at all, but it's also not too gray. I feel like that other shade is gonna definitely be too gray. Ooh, I feel like that looks really pretty. Ooh, it really does. In person, it has a really pretty glow to it. I don't know if you guys can see the glow, but it really adds a nice sheen. I'm gonna try to build it up a little bit. With a sponge, it's definitely more of a sheer application. We'll see on the other side what a brush looks like, but if you're looking to get that really natural look, I mean, that's blending beautifully into the skin. I'm gonna try it with my IT Cosmetics Love Is the Foundation brush. I'm gonna dip it right into the product. Okay. I feel like application-wise, it's kind of similar. This side looks nicer, actually. This side looks a little muddier. Let me try a different brush. Okay, so Fenty actually sent a brush with it, and this is their face shaping brush. So I'm gonna try this one out. Dip it right in. Oh yeah, that's a better brush for sure. Oh, God, dude, look at this. I broke out so bad. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, I like this color a lot. This is one I feel like I would reach for the most. Again, this is Butter Biscuit. It's just such a soft, natural color for my skin. I feel like this is naturally the color my skin would turn if I was a little bit tanner. It's not overkill. It's really not super warm at all. Let me try a little bit of that other shade, which was Macchiato, which is the third deepest shade. And I'm gonna see if I can make it a little deeper in the contours. Look how nicely that blends. It's not like too blended away. It's really lovely. Okay, let me use my sponge for this side and see. Honestly, at this point, I don't know that if I have a preference between sponge and brush. I feel like they're both applying really, really nicely. Not overkill on either of them. It's really softly blended. You can see that it's just kind of almost like it's one with my skin, you know? Blend it this time, unlike that Huda video that I did. I literally didn't blend it. It was just a freaking line right on my neck. I feel like this is... Bronzer on my neck was probably not the right decision. I probably should have gone with the more contoury shade. I think I'm gonna take a little bit of the Butter Biscuit one and put it on my nose just a little bit. So we have a little bit of color going on in the center. Okay, so that brush technique is kind of removing my foundation a bit. Like, it looks hideous on my nose. Now you can see it's like totally breaking up the foundation. I didn't use powder though, so I should be able to remedy it. Just a little bit more foundation. I'm gonna fix the bronzer real quick, and then maybe the sponge would work a little better with that. Maybe. I like to put bronzer right on my nose because it just makes you look sun-kissed and really just kind of cute. And so if that's a step you don't like, I mean, you definitely don't have to do this step, but I always love kind of putting a little bit right there because it just looks so natural and like I really was out like gardening all day, which, you know, that's what I want to look like for eternity. Okay, so now let me fix my foundation a little bit. I'm just going to take a tiny little dab of it and run it right over my nose and then dab it out. I like these bronzers quite a bit off first impression. Now, again, it's hard to give like a full review because I haven't worn this for like a full day or anything. I'll try to do that for today, depending on how long I'm going to wear this for. But I feel like it is beautiful. Like, it is really so easy to blend out, really easy to work with. The colors, at least the ones they sent me, seem to complement my skin tone in a lovely way. I can see myself reaching for this daily, 100%, because cream products are fast and they look so unbelievably natural, especially because I don't generally set my face. I am not a huge fan of setting with setting powder. I just don't like how dry it makes my skin look. Some people love it. I just don't really like it, but this looks, in person, you guys, stunning. My skin looks so healthy and fresh and normal. It doesn't look overly makeup-y at all. I'm going to take a little bit more of the Macchiato shade and kind of run it up here to see, just to darken it a little bit. Even the little bit of a darker shade isn't overkill on my skin at all. And I like how it has like a dewiness to it, but it's not. Almost the Hourglass ones at times are, I hate to say this, they're almost too dewy at times, and these seem to be kind of right in the middle. They are giving a gorgeous glow, but not like wet by any means, but they definitely feel slightly tacky, so if that really bothers you, you may not like them. This is the one that sent me the most. This is Petal Poppin'. This is just so right up my alley. And honestly, this color kind of reminds me the most of the one from the Sheer Illume Trio, so if you were unable to get that Hourglass palette because it was limited edition, which is so annoying, then maybe you might be able to make your own little one. So I'm gonna try this side again with the sponge. You can see it picks up a bit of product. Ooh, fuck. I heard a little bit of negative feedback on these, people being like they're too sheer. This is exactly the sheerness I like because you can build it up, but I hate it when you go in with a product and it's just immediately too pigmented. I always would prefer too sheer to too pigmented. I mean, not with eyeshadow. I like a good eyeshadow where it goes on really, really pigmented, but with facial products, I don't want to have a blush that when I put it on, it's like a giant red dot and I'm like, oh shit, and then I feel like I have to blend it out really fast, and I'm not getting that vibe at all with these. Oh, wow. That is so beautiful. I love that. I'm gonna try the brush on this side. These products, at least these colors and the ones I'm choosing, maybe it's just over this foundation or maybe it's just the products in general, but I don't know if it is translating on camera, but they are beautiful. Like, I am in love with the way that my skin looks right now. What a fast review, honestly. I'm gonna wear this throughout the day and see how it goes, but like off of firstly putting it on, I really, really like the way that it looks. Bigly. Putting a little bit of blush on my nose, so you know, I'm not going anywhere, and I wanna look like a cute little fairy. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, it's so, so cute. I love this shit, dude. Okay, I'm gonna tap a little bit. Wow. Okay, it's so beautiful. And at least for me, I'm not even gonna put a highlighter on today. I don't feel like I need one. The glowiness from the product itself is giving me enough of that. Wow, this is so, so lovely. I feel like I'm just singing its praises, but look how natural my skin looks. It doesn't look overkill. It doesn't look like I am wearing a shit ton of makeup. It just sort of looks like this is my skin. That's a natural, beautiful flush of my skin. They blend seamlessly, at least from what I tried with the sponge and the brush. I don't even know which I prefer. They both look great. I have no complaints on either side. Let me get up close and see what we're looking at here. Oh, just stunning. I mean, it's honestly perfection. They're not too emollient where they're sliding around, but they're not too stiff where you're having to work really hard to blend them out. You can kind of have those issues with some products. I mean, overall, first impression, very, very impressed. I'm gonna wear them throughout the day and kind of see, maybe they fade throughout the day, maybe they kind of move around, and I'll give you guys my rundown at the end of the day to see how these wear. Lovely. Fenty killed it. I think the prices are high compared to Hourglass. Absolutely not. And honestly, the Hourglass Illume Sheer Trio palette that I have, I don't love the highlighter that's in it. I really like the contour or the bronzer and the blush that's in it, but I don't love the highlighter. So honestly, I like that these you can buy individually instead of buying in a palette where there might be one or two shades in there that you won't use. I like that you can get these individually. You can pick the colors that you will wear and ones that you know that you're gonna like, instead of having to go with a palette that usually cream palettes have something in them that like, oh, I'm never gonna use that shade and it just sits there full and unused, versus these, you know you'll get all your use out of. I'm gonna go wear these throughout the day and see how they wear, and I will be back with you guys shortly. Hey guys, so it's been about 4 hours since I put everything on, and here's what we're looking like. Maybe even a little bit more. Still there, still looking good. It's holding up really, really well. Everything looks nice. I even took a nap. Got a nice sheen to it, as you can see, but it just looks absolutely beautiful. And I'm very impressed with how this looks. It's holding up beautifully. It's even adding like a really nice finish to this foundation that can sometimes look a little bit matte on me. It's adding such a beautiful sheen, and I just love it. I can see myself wearing this every single day and it becoming a true staple in my collection. Absolutely beautiful. So this is about the 4 or 5 hour mark. Still holding strong even through a nap. Okay, it's like 10 p.m. I love it. That's all I can say. No, nothing bad to report. It hasn't come off. It's stayed. Color's still there. Still looking good. 10 out of 10. All right, and that's it for the video. I hope you guys liked this video and that this review slash first impression was somewhat helpful for you. If it was, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and I thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you at my next video. Bye! I filmed a video. Oh my god, it's been forever.